Good day to all our truth-seeking friends globally. My name is Eltisato, or Errance, as most of my friends know me. Ibulama Unakita is with me, and together we present the Baramas Tower of Light. Thanks to the mighty, the almighty Yahweh, praise his name, for all the angels and guides he appointed over me to guide me in compiling this series of Baramas writings, Pelasa Torah Yahweh Goria. And Nikita, thanks for representing this program with me. This series is all of them. I feel very, very, very privileged to have you next to me. Thank you so much.
Thank as well to you for being part of this. It's a big privilege. And please like and share to as many truth-seeking friends as you can. And remember to subscribe also to our programs to be in the loop as we share more wisdom-loaded programs. And in today's program, we share the truth about the lies that modern humans are the offspring of baboons and evolution, the human-like tribes such as Neanderthal, and that someone is beautiful when it's not the case.
Yep. When psychic and spiritual non-developed scientists refer to their ancestors, listen carefully what I say. When psychic and spiritually non-developed scientists refer to their ancestors, they mention that our, meaning their ancestors, are the offspring of baboons and apes who evolved through the Neanderthal life forms up to now. That is a fact. We watch numerous programs of scientists trying to convince the viewers that we all originated from baboons and apes through the Neanderthal human-like life forms, which are not even conscious by human souls. Can you believe it? Anything to them is the same or are the same.
These scientists on the payroll of the One World Government via their country's universities and other mind-controlling institutes will never convince us, as the offspring of heavenly man, that we originate from baboons as they do. The way these scientists think and explain their stupidity and unlogic mindsets is due to their undeveloped psychic and spiritual soul senses.
Yeah, their intro is always something like, we all know. Did they ask us? No, they didn't ask us. Did they ask any other persons? No, only their own kind. We all know that we originated from baboons and apes. No, mister, you and your kind, who are not programmed like human and angel souls, cannot use your senses as a consciousness-giving life form to see further than our visible third dimension tomb. So you can believe you come from apes and baboons. That suits you, not us. You and your kind, as you admit in your programs, originate from baboons and apes. Therefore, you cannot see or sense any other higher or lower vibrating life forms in other vibrating dimensions. These scientists do not know where to find the missing link that they need to prove their senseless statement that humans are the offspring of baboons and apes. Without the missing link as proof, they believe themselves to be the offsprings of apes and baboons. How ridiculous. Well, it's actually, it sounds right. Why can't they think like soul-developed persons?
It is general knowledge on the internet that most of these baboon and Neanderthal offspring scientists serve directly under the One World Government and that they must obey their boss, the One World Government. Spreading these lies or get fired from their professional position at a university or somewhere. Some of them know what we know, but fear losing their jobs if they dare to admit that they are. Maybe partly psychic and know and experience differently. The rest of them who cannot experience the senses of them as souls are the offspring of baboons, apes, and Neanderthal human-like. Human souls are programmed to know and understand who they are and where they come from. We know there is a highest God in charge of all creations. Our different skin colors are proof that it's different. Creator gods under the highest created the different skin colored humanities according to their different skin colors and likeness. We only need to find out which God is our creator and to serve him.
And the same accounts for you, which I'm sure is the Most High God, Yahweh, praise his name. There is a chance that some of these scientists' human bodies are conscious by non-human souls, but life forms conscious baboons, apes, and or Neanderthal life forms human-like bodies. To them, the light side kingdom's dimensions are closed because they belong to the animal kingdom in dimension 2. Baboons and ape souls reside in dimension 2. Now, some of these scientists, as consciousness-granting souls, originate from dimension 2, where the plant and animal consciousness-giving life forms reside. They cannot think like humans because they are not programmed to understand like humans and angel souls. You cannot go and program a baboon to understand what we understand. It's not his way of living, his culture, whatever you want to call it.
Different consciousness-giving life forms consist of different programs that enable them to live as programmed. Human souls differ from one another as far as individual programming is concerned. They, as non-psychic scientists, cannot do the same. The same for angel souls, God souls, and endless higher in rank and title consciousness-giving life forms. Angels of the same kind differ in programming. So do gods, goddesses, Hefkanams, and higher.
Light-side kingdom representatives on earth as consciousness-giving life forms have light-side programs in their souls, or in them as souls, genes and DNA. A soul also have genes and DNA, reminding them who they are. There's an old saying that you can only recognize what you have already seen before, meaning as a soul consciousness. We who are incarnated from the light side kingdom planets know when something presented to us is right or wrong. The cosmic laws and the deity's code of conduct are imprinted in our genes and DNA.
The genes and DNA of the true dark side kingdom representatives are also programmed with the laws and ways of their dark side fallen creator Hefkanams. To them, the light side kingdoms are not for them. They must be at the helm of their lives on earth, living their lives as they prefer to live them. To them, the kingdoms of the light side are prohibited.
And that is true, because as soon as you face them with the question, are you willing to live under the cosmic laws where you cannot amalgamate? No, I'm not interested. What does it tell you? Kind always belong among own kind. If they prefer to be their God on earth, deciding themselves on all their decisions, why do they want to explore another God's kingdoms? They too will not be able to see or experience higher and lower vibrating light side dimensions. The light side dimensions are not accessible to curious souls.
There is an evolution chain. However, we do not all fit in that created chain. Since the first constellation humanity of approximately 201,365,120 years ago, human souls degraded in the sense that they misused their giving powers. Whatever they misused was taken away from them by stripping the soul's programming, allowing those powers. This happens after the human body dies. It still happens. It is an ongoing process.
There is a biorhythm a pattern in how each nation or created humanity rises and, after a time of misusing powers, comes to a fall, after which they are stripped of the powers that they misuse. The rise and the fall of the Hellenic Empire, the rise and the fall of the Egyptian Empire, the rise and the fall of the South African Empire, the list goes on. They were degraded afterwards. What does it mean to be degraded? It means that since the first consolidation humanity as souls, who on average consisted of 100 programmed components, rating them a little lower than angels, were stripped of these components, so that today the average human soul consists of only 4 components, not hundreds of millions of years ago. That was not the case now, but it was in those days.
Maybe the scientists who admit they are the offspring of baboons, apes and Neanderthal interbred seed lines are among those who were degraded not to see in the light side kingdoms. What is unacceptable is that these scientists lead the world's people to believe we all originate from baboons, apes and Neanderthals.
Yeah, they can also, write their death programming to all of us who originated from baboons and whatever. Yes. Then you will see how little people will take notice of your stupid programs, because it is stupid. To us it is stupid. A person whose soul senses are not psychically functioning should not be allowed to pass any opinion on something they cannot experience. I mean, that is logic. Why will they come to me asking for an explanation of how, let's say, psychiatry functions? I'm not a psychiatrist. Now, why come to me for something like that? They should not be allowed to pass any opinion on something they cannot experience. If you know you originate from baboons and apes or the Neanderthal seed lines, address your kind and make it clear that you cannot experience any further than dimension 2 and 3. Then we all know if we are interested in listening any further to you.
Leave comments on higher or lower vibrating dimensions and life forms for psychic and spiritually developed people who are allowed to enter there to learn. Stick to what you as a scientist can see and do not comment on life forms you are not allowed to see or experience. Do not be conceited by commenting on subjects, you do not even believe in. By doing that, you openly advertise your backwardness in life on Earth, in Earth's school of learning. Do not assume that all people originated from baboons like yourself. We are not part of your Neanderthal family, even if you are mind-controlled to believe it.
Address your kind with the same primitive mindset as yourself. We know and discussed in previous programs and series who the different light side creator Hefkanames were, who created the different skin-colored humanities on Earth. We as humans and angel souls were created by the highest orator Yahweh Goria in his likeness. The highest is our Father, not a baboon or a Neanderthal human-like creature. That is your Father. Our Father is the highest. The other creators who created other skin color humanities have been discussed and explained in previous series. Please check it out. You are so welcome.
The second lie which Western Christians believe to be true is that a person under layers of makeup is beautiful. It is general knowledge that natural, utter beauty counts for nothing when deciding on a winner in beauty competition like Miss South Africa or Miss Universe.
The participants can be utterly as beautiful as can come. The most beautiful will not win the competition if her political mindset is not pro-amalgamation and hybridization. Better said, she must be following Satan's ways in her career, obey and proclaim Satan's ways if she wants to win the competition or get anywhere in life.
Every person has their taste and description of beauty. Heterosexual men will go to a beauty contest for women to go body watching. If there are tens of heterosexual men looking at the models, each will most likely have their favorite based on their mindset. Most Western men look at the models' bodies with a sexual mindset.
I have seen many beauty models who, without their layers of makeup falsifying their natural looks, will not be allowed to enter a beauty contest. Without the makeup, they look more like a human cadaver than beauty contest or a beauty contestant. They do not use makeup to enhance natural beauty. They use makeup to create beauty where beauty is absent. How can you put such a person in a beauty contest? I mean, you're stupid. Can nobody see this is a mind control scheme?
With all their makeup camouflaging their true, utterly pale looks, some of them remind me of what I knew as a makeup ghost. If these contestants remove all their makeup, they will not easily be recognized by their families and friends. They are not the beauties they pretend to be. They are far from that. Look deeper than the camouflage.
When a country or the world organizes a beauty contest like Miss World or Miss Italy, or for example, rather call it a political contest and not a beauty contest. If you organize a beauty contest, make a new rule. No makeup allowed whatsoever. Then we can see which contestant without makeup is the most beautiful of them all. Then it is a beauty contest, not a political one. What we see and experience as beauty content reminds me of an old primitive sales technique. If you want to sell something people do not want, put a half-naked woman next to it. The world and other beauty contests models are the women in bikinis or the naked women used to sell political views of the one world government. A pure recognizable method of mind control to sell their satanic policy of amalgamating and hybridization.
The male beauty contestants I've watched are fond of coming out of a shower directly on stage wearing as little as possible. Then all can see what each one looks like naturally, without makeup to create beauty where beauty is absent. That is how it should be, honest and presenting. If it is a beauty competition, focus on natural beauty and do not allow created beauty or political mindsets that differ from the mindsets of the one world government or of Satan.
I know millions of women look more beautiful without makeup, and that's a fact. You are one of this, Bebazola also. They are not allowed to be among the finalists in any beauty competition. As a physiognomist studying and analyzing human faces, I know what broad lips reveal and what thin lips reveal, what big eyes reveal and what small rebellion eyes reveal. During these beauty competitions, the participants change their lip lines, eyes and many more to give a false impression. To me, the real beauty lies not in the utter but in the soul, the mindset, the personality, and the way a person lives.
Stop lying and proclaiming someone is utterly beautiful if the beauty was created by makeup. That is false. In the next program, which is the last program in this series, We share info on the lie people believe is true, namely that if people open themselves up to develop physically, then they open themselves to the unseen and the devil.
Why is it like that, Nikita? Why do people think if they open themselves to develop psychically, they open themselves to unseen and the devil? That is so stupid. What we are going to prove it to them in the next one. So,
until then, love and light to all of you.
bye.